Good morning. Going to give people another minute or two to get signed in before I get started. Excuse me. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Thank you for joining me today, VirtualPBX admin training. If you're a vConsole customer, this training is actually not set up for you. You'll want to go to our support page under vConsole support and look at the training guides there. We have videos posted for vConsole customers on that site. If you're newly migrated to Dash from vConsole, then this is a good place to be just to get you more familiar with everything vConsole, that Dash offers. So we'll start here on the VirtualPBX webpage. Anywhere on the website, you can click on this link up here to log in and get you to this page here. First up, this is your Dash login. This actually gets you into your dashboard. Next up is the VirtualPBX web phone. So this is a Dash device. Technically counts as a VoIP phone, but it basically allows you to use a browser. Right now, that's Chrome and Firefox on a desktop or laptop computer to make and receive phone calls. It will not work on a mobile version of those browsers. I've tested this myself, and I know it doesn't work. That's something that is being worked on. I don't know if there's a time frame for it at this time, as well as we are working on getting the web phone on Safari and I believe Microsoft's Edge, but I don't have a time frame for those. And then lastly, we have the vConsole login here at the bottom. Actually, that reminds me, I think I am. All right, well, let's go in here. Oh, and it looks like I was already logged in. So let me go ahead and log out of that. All right, so to log in, you need your email address or the email address of your user, your password, and then your account name, which is normally your company name. If you ever forget, you have your forgot your info link right here. But then we go ahead and click in sign in. Takes a little bit for Dash to load. And then we're here on our dashboard. So the dashboard covers, basically it's a snapshot of your system as it currently exists on the system. So you have your users, which is your fully featured users, right? So they have multiple devices, multiple device types. They have call forwarding available to them, things of that nature. Below that, you have agents. Agents are specific to ACD queues. So these are people who are just taking in calls. They do not have a lot of features. Actually, they have like no features. And they can only make use of VoIP devices. So like a Yealink phone or Panasonic or Polycom, a soft phone, or even the web phone. Total devices shows you what the devices you have on your system. Main number, so this is showing you all the main numbers on this account. All of these numbers behave the same way. So they'll have the same main greeting, they'll have the same initial call routing, same hours of operation. That was very strange. Sorry about that. All right. Your fax box number, that's for incoming faxes. You can currently only have the one fax box number. Total numbers, again, total phone numbers on the account. Assigned numbers means those are numbers you're using. Spare numbers are numbers on your account, but you haven't, or you're not making use of them. They're not going anywhere specifically right now. Basically, they're numbers you're holding in reserve for whatever reason, or for future growth. All right. Again, the breakdown between toll-free numbers and local numbers. Company directory, you can download this so everyone has it, print it out. This is your account ID or your account number. You can always send that to us in case to identify what account you're talking about. If you ever call in to support, we don't expect you to rattle this off because one, it's really long and it's a mix of letters and numbers. The account realm, this is used for third-party VoIP devices. So like a cell phone from like Counterpath, or a VoIP phone that isn't auto-provisioned or auto-provisionable, excuse me, through Dash. It's also used for sending faxes out. All right, so up here we have, this is your company caller ID. You select any of your phone numbers. Company caller ID name, this is restricted to 15 characters, including spaces. It takes about 3 business days for the involved servers to get updated. So when you click Save Changes, basically 3 business days from that point, it should get to all the relevant servers and then should start working. One thing to keep in mind about caller ID name, or CNAM or CNAME, depending on who you talk to, is that not every phone carrier supports it. So if a call goes through a carrier that doesn't support CNAME, then that information doesn't get passed down the chain. So that, and the person you end up calling may not get your company caller ID name. Likewise, if any of the data transmission gets interrupted or corrupted along the way, again, the caller ID name is not going to get through. And the third thing to be aware of is the device that you're contacting, if it has it in their contact field, so like you're calling someone's cell phone, and they have your phone number labeled on their device, right? So Bob's business number, right? That's what's going to come up on their phone, no matter what we send, because the device is going to supersede that. All right, the E911 address, this is for emergency services. Basically, this would be the information, like from a VoIP phone, if you pick up and call 911, this is the information we're sending to emergency services. So you want to make sure this is correct and updated. And then any changes you make, click Save Changes. Hold music, this is company default hold music. You can upload a file. You just have to browse and then click update or upload, excuse me. Main thing to remember here is the system accepts both MP3 and .wav files. Obviously, MP3 you can get more data or it has a higher compression. The other thing to keep in mind is, in the end, you're playing back your file over a phone, which is a mono-oral device. It's not a stereo device. This means that when you record any greeting, like on your computer, or if you use another service to record it, that they should record that greeting, or in this case, music file, in mono, not stereo. Otherwise, what happens when you listen to a stereo file over a phone is you hear a lot of static. Not very pleasant to listen to. And then up here, you have anything that you've already uploaded to the system. All right, let's go ahead and click over to main number. All right, so main number, this is basically controlling how your main numbers are going to work, what they're going to do, etc. If you don't have a main number on the account, then you're not going to have basically anything under office hours strategy, office holidays, or incoming call handling. You click up here, it'll show you your main numbers. You got a little gear icon here, so you can add things like 911, outbound and inbound CNAME, and prepend. Prepend, just so you know, allows you to put text or even digits in front of the caller ID information or CNAME information. This is for calls that are going to VoIP phones only, and basically allows you to say, hey, this is about, this promotion kind of thing, just to give you and your staff members a heads up about what the call is about that's coming in. Office hour strategy, by default, everyone starts off at 24 open office, meaning you're open 24/7. Although you can do custom office hours, put a check mark next to each day of the week you're actually open, and then set your open hours in 24-hour time or military time. Leave it unchecked if you're closed. And then this last option down here at the bottom, if your whole office closes for lunch, go ahead and check mark it here, and then you can put your lunch hours in here. And then click Save Changes. Office holidays. You can put your holidays in advance. The main thing to keep in mind is that the holidays don't have a year designation. So any holiday that shifts its dates from year to year, so say like Memorial Day, typically changes, Labor Day, right? You're gonna have to go ahead and change it every year or after it comes about, or just simply delete it and re-add it later. For things like 4th of July in the United States, it's always gonna be the 4th of July. You can just leave it here and not worry about it. And you just click up here at Add Holiday. So single day, one day. Date range allows you to put multiple dates. So like right here where I have this fishing trip one here. And then advanced is an example of that is actually down here, right? You can say the first Monday in July we're closed. The main thing about the date range to be aware of is over the New Year's holiday. Because there's no years designation, the system doesn't know how to handle it when you go from December 31st to January 1st. So it just puts you in closed, I think it puts you in closed mode if you do that. So for over the New Year's, we just say, hey, just each day individually. All right, looks like no one has shown up, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this short.